right, we're back. It's a week later. It's Saturday. And Bobby just finished up the last of these little firewall pieces that he had to patch in, little areas here and there. We're not going to grind anything because it makes such a big mess in here. We're going to wait till we can wheel this thing out and grind all this down. So what we're getting ready to do now is cut the floors. We're going to be using this little Amazon plasma that we've had for a while. Should do the job. So what do you think?
I don't.
Thinking just gonna kind of cut some big chunks out instead of trying to go all at one go. Just cut some big chunks out so it's manageable, and then we could take our time around the areas that you're gonna be welding to, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want to get too carried away and just start chopping stuff. Then we chop the wrong stuff.
We gotta make sure don't damage that. I don't know if the floor comes with the little seatbelt stuff.
Seat stuff.
Yeah, the seat stuff. So I gotta try to cut around that. Make sure we save that. Make sure we save this.
Yeah.
Should go quite quick.
So, I think if you cut like a little bit, like maybe an inch below the toe board seam.
Yeah.
Chop that, then chop down the middle, then chop this square out. Then you can stand in there because you won't be able to cut if you're sitting in there because the floor is going to want to sag. But I already took the gas tank out, and it was empty. So man, jalopy. All right, so you guys back once we get fired up. Man. I would go to like right here and then put the brace, because if you cut all this out right here, it might get a little wobbly. So, but I would go to right here. You still have the back floor, and then I put the brace across.
Will you be easier to cut it with the cutting wheel?
I'm thinking maybe. One way, Bobby.
Now you can see why we're carrying the whole floor.
Oh yeah. All right. Got 19% left on the battery.
Got the roll cage ready
Yep.
for that coming swap.
Oh, you got quite a big cut there, man. What's left?
Just that side, but I was seeing, you want to measure it from here to here and that to know where this goes?
Yeah.
Or take a measurement for that, or?
Yeah. It came loose?
Yeah. So you only catch it like half a thread.
On the inside tip?
Chinese. Still works though.
Doing its job, sort of. Man, that back was pretty solid, actually.
It was.
Yeah, it was. Okay. So we got it braced. We did that before we cut the back out, because next up is going to be the rockers, and with the rockers, there's really nothing holding this thing together, or without the rockers. I should say. So we already vacuumed all this out, man. This stuff was packed with just stuff. So now it's more manageable. We can go in and meticulously remove what needs to be removed in preparation for the new one. which we got inner and outer rockers in the whole floor. So we got to look at what we got and see what we need to do. But this has got to get separated for sure. These stay in the car, and this will come out, seam seal. It's probably spot welded up under there somehow.
There's only 6 hours of work to work.
This, what time is it? 2, 3?
It's almost 3 o'clock. 2:45.
Started at 8. So that's 7 hours of work.
Just cutting.
Of just cutting. All right. So what time is it, man? Almost 8?
8 to 8.
Okay. So we've been at this thing for 12 hours, man, today on Saturday, me and Bobby. So what he did was, I think we showed this earlier, he patched up whatever little patching it needed on the firewall, cut out the bad. Now we haven't grounded anything down because it makes such a mess, so we're gonna step outside for that. We got the, I did it right. We kept saying CPP. This ball thing, it's actually, I did it. And so this is the stock steering column that we chopped up, butchered for mocking purposes. So we cut off all this other stuff, and it had a lot of scale and stuff, so we had to clean that up so it would slide in the ball. It's a 2-inch diameter. The ball is 2-inch diameter, and this was like 2.03 or something, so we had to clean it up a little bit for mocking purposes. So firewall is pretty much done. Just got to smooth it out. Firewall's done, and then you guys saw the time lapse. The floor is completely gone, front to back, and it's pretty amazing how the inner rocker, well, the middle rocker and the inner rocker are shot, but the bottom is good. And so is the outer, pretty good, you know, for the most part. The outer's not bad. I mean, there's no filler right here. You can see the rocker molding screw. There's no filler. Of course, you know, we've got a hole there, but overall, I mean, I would say 90% of the thing is solid. So I don't understand how that happens, how the inners rot like that. So you cut this out in sections like shown in the time lapse. So once we cut the four-piece floor, I guess, then we added the braces. And we added the braces because the rockers are going to be cut next, and we didn't want to cut the rockers completely out and then something move. So we put bracing from side to side and front to back. And actually the doors, so they didn't move. They close, open and close how they were, so we're good. And we cut the back floor completely gone. So we're sitting in the car.
A little bit of trimming.
Yeah, so we wanted to get the bulk of it gone, so that now you can sit here and work on this, you know, on the stool at your own pace, like just detail work, getting all this, taking all this stuff off, you know, with the spot welds and all that. That way the new one has something to sit on. And so we have a hole in the roof and in the floor. So then Bobby and his ideas will get to the meat and potatoes. This contraption. So you say you bought this on Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay. Willwood. So it's a thing to mount. So it's manual brakes. I kept saying brake booster in the previous, but it's manual brakes on the inside of the car. I mean, it's been done, you know, for a long time. I've never done it. You've never done it. So it's in.
Yeah, because the other one is a booster, but it points, so it comes in, and the booster and the master cylinders are pointed that way.
Oh, so they make inside the car booster?
Yeah.
Power brakes? Oh, wow.
But it'll be sticking this way and not.
And that'd be in the way.
I figured like all digital dash stuff and
Yeah.
all the air, AC, and
You have a lot going on.
I think that would be in the way.
So,
I thought this one would
so
be-
instead of chopping this whole corner out here, we opted just to kind of tap it in a little bit with the hammer. So the reason why, so this bracket right now is just tack welded in. You made this bracket yourself. It needs some gussets. But we wanted to be able to remove this because it bolts in, obviously right there. It was 4, but it's going to be 3. We want to be able to remove this and leave the bracket in. So there's pretty tight clearance on the steering column down there, and you want to be able to get these lids open up there. So that took us a couple hours, man. But we want to be able to remove the whole assembly out the car and leave the bracket in, which we did.
That way we can keep working on the car without damaging.
Without getting this all dirty and full of dust and stuff like that. So when the time comes, we'll bleed it, we'll bolt it in, we'll hook our lines up, and we'll go from there. So this thing is pretty. This thing has a bunch of adjustments. A bunch, man. Like every aspect of it is adjustable, pretty much, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The pedal. So it's you got front and rear reservoirs. This screw right here adjusts the. It's basically like a manual proportioning valve. And then this thing has adjustments, pedal ratio, I guess.
And then the pedal,
The pedal itself has
pedal pad.
The pedal pad has adjustment. The pedal itself has adjustment left to right. So we kind of got it in there where we think is a good spot, which is right around the toe board area, which is where the factory one would fall, I guess. And so yeah, we did that today. So I think next up on the list is going to be, you got to pick up your other rocker. We got one rocker here. Next stop would be trimming all this stuff.
Door pins.
We need door pins. We need door pins. We need door pins so we can adjust, so we can set the doors so that we can put the rockers where they need to be in sync with the doors. Because right now, this thing open? Should be open, huh? Of course now it's not moving, but it has a lot of play. There we go. So we can't set the rockers with it like that. So we need door pins, and then trim all that, and set and get ready for the floor, man. So basically, man, the only thing that's gonna be on the firewall is steering column.
Yeah.
Going for the Riddler award or what? Okay.
What is that?
Bulkhead,
Wires.
yeah, bulkhead wire
Going
coming
through
out of there.
And maybe radio, and then they
Amp
just
stuff,
gonna do later.
yeah, whatever. Amp, radio, speaker wire, whatever. So man, floor gone. Use the combination of plasma, cutoff wheel, hammer, pry bars. Overall, it wasn't bad. It took an hour with the plasma. It took an hour to cut it out, and then probably half a day to trim it. So I guess we'll bring you guys back. Probably go ahead and cut this off and add this to the firewall clip. So I'll bring you guys back once the floor pan gets here and we start doing that. Y'all stay tuned.